All right, we're recording. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This is for Vera. Vera, I said that the task is aligned with the content. You effectively use the 5 areas to address the current climate of your school. You use data related to empowerment, leadership, facilities, resources, and time, and clearly defines your needs assessment. There were no rubric weaknesses that I noted. You demonstrated leadership through your narrative, which addressed all prompts listed. Your artifact was professionally written, and it was organized in a logical way, and APA format was correct.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Exit all of that. Hold on, guys. Let me get this.
Hey, I will be the last one to say something. I'm glad somebody else is struggling besides me.
Okay, this for me, for Vera.
Okay.
All right, so the climate task was well aligned with the course content. The external resources that were used supported your narrative. The climate analysis clearly referenced the TWCS related to the empowerment, leadership, facility, resources, and time. Your charts were well aligned with the artifacts. The needs assessment and recommendation. Just a suggestion, not actually a weakness, but only because I saw it in Latasha's and Kelly's and I added it in mine. In the chart for the recommendations, just to move it to the accomplished of the rubric. The recommendations based on identified needs include the strategies that improve the school improvement for teaching and learning with attention paid to issues of diversity and equity. Just go and do the chart and do like the goals and all that good stuff. Roles and responsibilities. So they want
Okay, now one more time, do what now?
So it's a chart. If you look in the accomplished part of the rubric, it's asking like for the goals and like the roles and responsibilities of the recommendations that you made.
Okay.
And the leadership, there's actually one, I uploaded another one with your leadership. I put on there that you did demonstrate leadership through executing meetings with the PLC. The artifact had a few grammatical errors, but we corrected it.
Okay.
But go back, I saw a couple of indentions wasn't in there at the start of a new paragraph. It was 2 sections.
Okay.
So just correct those. Your tables are, make sure all the tables are labeled. Kelly gets on me a lot about that. And I don't know if you meant to do this, but you bold teacher leadership under the leadership section. I don't know if you meant to do that, but just look at that to see. And if not, just unbold that.
Okay.
All right. Other than that, the artifact flowed really well into each section. All of the headings were clearly presented. All the evidence was easy to locate. Another thing with the APA, your indention on one of them was not correct.
Is that in the references?
In the references, yep. And then put them in alphabetical order.
I think I did, didn't I?
Because I saw it was something. It was like one that was just out of place, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see. Okay, this is for LaMonica. Can we see it?
Yes.
Okay. I said the task content is aligned with the course content. You address the 5 areas. You address the 5 areas as they are related to the climate of your school. You discuss the data related to empowerment, facilities, resources, and time, and clearly define your needs assessment. I did not note any weaknesses. Your leadership was demonstrated by assembling a team and using that data to create your needs assessment. The artifact was professionally written. It was organized in a logical manner, and APA was correct.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, here we go. You doing all right tonight?
I know. You go, girl.
Okay, Vera.
All right, Latasha. The content of the CAP is aligned with the course content with appropriate external resources. The candidate outlined the artifact to support her findings. The candidate gave in-depth description of how the cultural analysis was created, which included the data collected and how it will improve the weaknesses that was noted. No weakness noted. You showed leadership by gathering data from the teacher working condition survey and presented it to the team to make improvements. The artifacts is written professionally. The artifacts are structured in a manner that is logical, organized, and professional. Tables were colorful and easy to read. APA formats used.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Monica?
Yeah. So your task was aligned with the content of the course. The external sources were well used throughout the artifact to support the findings. Your analysis referenced the data source used to explain all of those things. The reference data analysis and the recommendations identified improvement for the school improvement environment. I didn't notice any weaknesses. Your leadership was demonstrated by hosting the meetings and assigning roles and creating the survey, being that you all did not have one in the thing. There were just a few grammatical errors. I already talked to you about them. All of the charts and tables were easy to read and locate. This was a very well put together artifact. All of the appendices and everything. You always make me want to go back and be like, let me do this again. Mine was trash. It was APA formatted correctly. Great job.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, this is for LaMonica. The task is aligned with course content. External sources were used to reference to support the narrative. The rubric strengths were the recommendations are based on identified needs and include strategies to improve the school environment for teaching and learning. I didn't see any weaknesses. Leadership was demonstrated by the candidate gathering data from the teacher working condition survey, as well as interviewing coworkers about their experiences. The candidate took this data to create recommendations for school improvement. The artifact was written professionally. I only noticed a couple little errors. There was one sentence that I think there's one sentence, and I can send you which one it was. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I should put it in there. Spelling and sentence structure was correct. Organization, it was organized in a logical manner. All the information was clearly labeled. It was easy to find. APA formatting looked correct to me. You had everything you needed.
Good job, LaMonica. Kelly gave me a good one.
I know, right? You gotta pat yourself on the back.
Kelly, we love you.
Listen, I'm just trying to help.
I want you to help.
I know, right? We want you to help.
Issue Vera.
Oh, okay. All right, Kelly. The content of the CAP is aligned with the course. Appropriate external resources outline the artifact to support your findings. Due to no data available, the candidate created a survey to obtain information in order to complete the CAP. The candidate completed the survey through informal observation and all that other good stuff that went with it. No weaknesses noted. Kelly, you showed leadership by assembling teachers and staff to discuss data from the survey in order to close the gap between best practice and existing practices at Carolina Voyager Charter School. The artifacts is written professionally, in a structure in a manner that is logical, organized, and professional. Tables and figures were easy to read. APA format used. Good job. It was a really good paper.
Thanks. All right. The task was aligned with the course content pertaining to staff surveys. The candidate demonstrated proficiency in using the survey data to make recommendations for school improvement. The rubric strengths, the climate analysis clearly references the candidate created survey related to empowerment, leadership, facilities, resources, and time. I didn't see anything that was missing. I didn't notice any rubric weaknesses. The leadership was demonstrated by leading the group in creating, administering, and analyzing the results from the teacher survey. The artifact was written professionally with formal language and sentence structure. Acronyms were identified and proper grammar was used. I didn't notice anything out of place there. The artifact was organized in a logical manner. All the information was clearly labeled, easy to locate, and APA formatting looked correct.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. Was that it? I think we hit everybody.
We did.
Oh, did good tonight.
Yeah, that's record time for us.
Yes,
Not recording.
I am.